preservation of private land. The Pacific Ocean. Bill Gates can't buy it, Donald Trump can't develop it, and even Oprah Winfrey can't give it away. I totally peed there once. Those people can't do these things because any great society understands that there is such a thing as a public resource, both natural and man-made. Geological evidence, and my insanely accurate nose, suggests that Boise probably used to be in the Pacific Ocean. When you're on dock, just 15 seconds feels like a long time. But we're landlocked now, locked in like a sad, sad hound in a small condo when our owner has hours of errands to run. Leave me home with the cats. But it's all good. That's because where the ocean used to be now exists the Boise Foothills. The foothills are our public resource, our Pacific Ocean. But Boise, we've got a problem. Much of the foothills is private land, so your access to the trails you hike with your dogs, the trails you bike with your buddies, could one day be limited, or just plain off limits. We need to decide now if we want to preserve this resource. Imagine the hills of Bogus Basin Road to 36th Street north of Hill Road. Gone! That's 300 acres of Boise's beautiful backdrop. Now, if you want to save the foothills because you think all wealthy landowners suck, stay home. Or if you want to fight against preservation because you can't stand environmentalists, stay home. Let the people who just love Boise figure this one out. Profitable preservation knows no boundaries. There's one good book that has a lot to say about the value of preserving the Boise foothills. This verse is a great example. And even certain wealthy landowners understand the value of preserving the Boise foothills. Like Rockefeller here, he sounds legit. And of course, these environmentalists understand the value of preserving the Boise foothills. Here they are clearing out trash. Well, maybe the guy on the right voted for McCain, but come on. Some people will say that the city of Boise will protect this land, so there's no need to preserve it. But here's what our current city policy says on page 6. And developers always ask city councils to do something a policy says they can't do. This same policy says that some of the land will be preserved if it is judged critically important. But who's the judge here? The mayor? The landowners? The deer who live on it? I'm sure they think all 300 acres are critical. Now here's a list of the people who own this land that we're talking about. You'll notice that for the most part, these aren't folks, these are companies. The first one of which has gone bankrupt, so you know those investors need cash. So how do we preserve 300 acres? We buy it. 10 years ago, the city of Boise purchased thousands of acres by taxing property owners about $25 a year for 2 years. Just half of that is over $5 million, more than enough. But of course, property owners shouldn't be the only ones to foot the bill. So let's get creative. Remember when Tostitos Fiesta Bowl sounded kind of goofy? Frito-Lay Foothills, anyone? We should buy the land now because the weak real estate market makes it cheap now. Owners should sell because they could make more money investing the cash from it. And let's face it, developing would be a bitch. And not the female dog kind, thank you. So what can you do to make this happen? 1, hound the city council. Bad pun totally intended. 2, state your opinion in the media. Let Boise know you love our foothills. And 3, vote for a levy. If thousands of Egyptians can use the internet to help better their society, then I know a couple hundred Boiseans in an Egyptian theater can also use social media to help save our city's most high-profile